Well, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Starting off pretty frosty, but we'll see our temperatures warm up into the mid-60s. Now, we do have more warmer temperatures on the way, and we're also tracking a few rain showers for your work week. So keep it here. We'll have a look at that forecast coming up.
All right, Brittany Ward to start us off there this morning. Brittany, thank you. Coming up this morning on DC News Now, picking up the pieces. A stabbing at a local high school puts parents and students on edge. This morning, late details on the investigation and what parents are doing ahead of a new school week. Also, fire won't wait. Plan your escape. It's the start of Fire Prevention Week, and there's several small things you can do to save a life. We have a live report on that coming up. And later, off the bench, there's new hope for Commanders football fans ahead of this afternoon's face-off against the Tennessee Titans. It is 6 o'clock. Good morning, and thanks so much for waking up with us here. We have a live look. Hagerstown is still sleeping this morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, but don't worry, we're here to wake everybody up this Sunday. Thanks so much for being here with us. I am Joseph Omo. Let's bring Brittany Ward in on the conversation. Brittany, happy Sunday to you. I don't see a lot of activity on that radar behind you, which means we're in for another good day, hopefully. Yeah,
you know, Joe, we are shaping out to have a beautiful end to our weekend. A little bit frosty, though, as we start our Sunday, which is why you're seeing lots of blue and even purple here on the radar. High pressure just off to our south, still creeping its way into our area as we head through our Sunday today. But the National Weather Service has issued a few frost advisories for most of our northern areas. And then as you head further off to the west in Garrett County, they are currently under a freeze warning until about 9 a.m. today, and that's because our lows actually dipped down into the 30s and even closer to the freezing mark. You can see Cumberland coming in at 31 right now, Woodstock below freezing, 29 degrees, and then you head to Luray, you guys are at 32, which is the freezing mark. Here in DC, 43 degrees right now, Wardoff coming in at 36 and 40 there in Lexington Park. Now our highs today will rise up into the mid-60s, so overall it's shaping out to be a beautiful day with lots of sunshine, and then we do have some more rain to talk about as we head through that 7-day forecast. So definitely keep it here, Joe. We'll have a look at that forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Brittany Ward to start us off there in the Weather Center. Brittany, thank you. We begin this Sunday morning with developing news. Parents in Frederick County, they are getting ready for another school week, but this one feels a little bit different after the arrest of a high school teenager last week. DC News Now's Frederick Bureau reporter Michaela Newton is taking a look at some of those parents' concerns.
Officials say on Friday, 2 female students at Thomas Johnson High School got into a fight in the cafeteria. They say that's when a 14-year-old girl who happens to be a freshman at the school pulled out a kitchen knife. According to the Frederick County Sheriff's Office, on Friday at around 12:30 p.m., a 14-year-old girl got into an altercation with another student. Officials say the girl pulled out a kitchen knife and tried to stab multiple students in the cafeteria. Ashley Smith is a parent of a young child in Frederick County. She believes safety should be a top priority in the county.
I feel like safety shouldn't be a problem. You should be able to go to school and just learn. You shouldn't have to be worrying about people fighting or people pulling out guns and knives. I also feel like, you know, children nowadays, they look up to TikTok, they look up to celebrities, they're looking up to these artists, and that's where they're getting it from. We don't necessarily have anything in Frederick for these children to do, and that's what they're looking up to.
No one was hurt in the incident, and the girl has since been arrested. This is an ongoing investigation. That student is currently being held at the Frederick County Law Enforcement Center facing multiple charges. For now, reporting in Frederick, Maryland, I'm Michaela Newton for DC News Now.
All right, Michaela, thank you. So we reached out to the school system regarding the incident. So far, we have not received a response, but we'll update you once we do. All right, also developing this morning, the search for answers after a crash in Fairfax County killed 2 people. It happened just before 4 o'clock this past Friday at the intersection of Leesburg Pike and Chain Bridge Road. This is in Tysons. Officers tell our news team that a car lost control and hit a light post as well as a traffic post. Both the passenger and the driver, a 51-year-old woman and 59-year-old man, were killed in the crash. As of this morning, that investigation still continues, but police do believe that speed and alcohol were factors in the crash. Well, also new this morning in Prince George's County, a man is dead after being hit by a car. It happened at around 7:15 last night. Police say they found the man lying in the roadway. That man was pronounced dead at a hospital. We are told that the driver who hit him stayed on scene and is cooperating with that investigation. Well, the month of October holds many hats, Halloween festivities. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but there's one week in the month that's all about teaching us how to stay safe if we ever encounter a fire. In fact, in 2020 alone, fire claimed the lives of over 3,000 people in the U.S. Katie Ree is live with us this morning to refresh us on some of those life-saving and easy and quick tips that you need to do to protect yourself and the people who you live with. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning, Joseph. So today kicks off National Fire Prevention Week, not only here in the DMV, but also across the country. And this year is the 100th anniversary of Fire Prevention Week. The theme is Fire Won't Wait, Plan Your Escape. Now, here in our area, according to the U.S. Fire Administration, 3 states are at a greater risk of dying in a fire than the rest of the country. Now, that's the District, Virginia, and West Virginia. Those leading causes of residential fires here in the U.S. are cooking fires, heating fires, electrical malfunctions, and then unintentionally set fires. And here in the DMV, smoke alarms are required in homes, and fire officials recommend checking them regularly, especially for those battery-operated alarms. Now, sprinklers are also recommended in your home, especially to put out those small fires, giving you more time to escape. Now, the National Fire Protection Association says some fires could leave people with as little as 2 minutes to get out of their homes. Now, you should also pack an emergency kit in a sturdy bag like a duffel or a suitcase that has enough supplies like non-perishable foods, clothes, and water that can last you at least 3 days. And Montgomery County Fire and Rescue has this recommendation for everyone here in the DMV as Fire Prevention Week kicks off.
This is a month where we want people to be aware of fire prevention activities. In fact, the fire chief asked everybody to take 10 on 10-10. Take 10 minutes to check your smoke alarms, have an exit plan, and check your emergency kit on October 10th.
Now, fire departments across the area will be holding demonstrations as well as open houses throughout this week and also this month to make sure that you are staying safe in your homes, especially as it is Fire Prevention Week and month. So make sure you check with your local fire department. For now, in the studio, Katie Ree, DC News Now. Joseph?
All right, Katie, thanks so much. Well, happening tomorrow, it's a portion of Washington, D.C. that's historically been left behind, especially when it comes to health care. But starting Monday, tomorrow, a step in the right direction. A new urgent care facility will open its doors in Ward 8. Cedar Hill Urgent Care, a $1.8 million facility, will help to treat a wide range of illnesses. The new facility means that for so many residents, they no longer have to travel across the city or even go to an emergency room for minor health issues. It is on the ground floor of the Maple View Flats on Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue in Southeast. It's open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week, and it's accessible to anybody who lives in the district. Well, Commanders fans, we have some good news for you. Brian Robinson is back on the field. The rookie running back has been taken off of the injury list and is clear to play in today's game. It's been quite the road to recovery for Robinson, who you might remember about 5 weeks ago was shot twice in the leg during an attempted robbery. We saw him back on the practice field. There he is during running drills earlier this week, and the team has hinted that if Robinson was activated ahead of today's game against the Tennessee Titans, he would play. It is still unclear as far as how many plays he'll be part of, though, but earlier this week at practice, Robinson had this to say about his mindset as he makes a return to the football field.
Just another line of adversity, struck against me, where I was, faced against a battle with myself, and just had to continue to work, just do better for myself. Honestly, it's been a up and down process, but I'm thankful for all the people I got around me to help me, kind of get back on my feet.
Yeah, so on Thursday, the Commanders' offensive coordinator, Scott Turner, spoke to the media after practice. Turner says if Robinson is able to play, the coaches won't place too much pressure on him, both due to his recent injury as well as Robinson's status as a football rookie. Your time now, 6:09. Brittany Ward is there in the Weather Center. What's going on, Brittany?
Hey, Joe. Yeah, some of us are waking up to clear skies, whereas others closer to the mountains have very low visibility right now. and some of us in the mountains are actually under a freeze warning until about 9 a.m. today. So we are just waking up to a very frosty morning out there. So planning your morning, just make sure you have the light jacket on hand. By that 7 o'clock hour, still going to be seeing our temperatures in the lower 40s, mid 40s as we head into 8, and then by 9 we're picking it up to the upper 40s. Plenty of sunshine.